In my journey so far of chasing goals and trying to improve myself and my life, I found that discipline, hard work, and consistency isn't enough by itself. And here's why. Because for the first year or 2 years of when I was trialing and erroring new habits and incorporating new things into my life, changing the bad things for the good, trying to, fully U-turn my life around by making better decisions, starting content creation for myself, eating better, going to the gym, all of these sorts of habits. I was trying my best, I was working hard, I was being consistent with them. And there was a lot of growth at first. There was, and you've probably sensed that in your life. When you started the gym, you had a lot of growth. When you started anything in your life that is new, that is positive, that is beneficial, it straight away had a beneficial result, right? It was very quick. Maybe there was a lot of growth quite quickly and you really saw the potential. And then you got to a state where you're working hard, you're being consistent, you were doing it every day, and now you're at a slight bit of a plateau. And now you found that it isn't just about working hard and being consistent, it's also about doing and having this one thing in mind. And that one thing, which has really helped me recently to get to that next level in my life and to genuinely get out of this plateau, to carry on making substantial growth, even now being 2 to 3 years in my self-improvement journey. And also, just finding new ways to improve, to find new ways to grow from the current position I'm in, quite rapidly actually in my life, especially at the moment, since I've realised this one thing. And that one thing is self-reflection. Self-reflection has been a massive part of my life in the last 3 months, in just seeing substantial results so quickly. I realised that I am hardworking, I am consistent, I show up for myself every day, but I can't keep repeating the same old things every day, no matter how tough it may be, meaning no matter how outputting the work may be every day, no matter how hard I'm working every day and being consistent, and even if they are positive habits and positive things and the content I'm doing is great and valuable and all of these things, if I keep repeating the same things over and over again and then not having a substantial impact or change in my life, then I need to improve. I don't need to stop, I need to improve. I need to take a step back to reflect and to think, what could get me to that next level? Could I improve on this? Could I start this? Could I incorporate this? Could I change this? What new things could I try? And I think you need to be doing that regularly if you want to reach goals, you want to actually have substantial long-term growth in your life to break out of this plateau. And that's what I found. Every single evening on a Sunday, I sit there and I journal and I write what went well, what could I improve, and what could I genuinely new stuff I could add in going into the new week. That's what separates people who work hard to someone who works hard but also consistently sees and has new growth and results. And I think you may be working hard, but there's going to be a level where if you continue doing the same old thing, you're going to see great growth, but you're going to have a plateau, as I said. I think reflection is a must for if you actually want to have substantial growth long term and you actually want to reach these big goals, right? Because you're not just doing and working hard and being consistent every day for nothing. You're doing it for a result, and to get to that result, what you're doing right now might not be the exact thing you need to do to reach that result. It may be a slightly improved version of what you're doing right now, but you've got to actually improve it to get to that result and that goal. So reflect in your life. Sit with yourself every evening. I would do this. Even I do a weekly reflection on a Sunday evening before going into the new week for substantial changes I can make or improve on. But every single evening I do a small plan. What went well today in everything? My content, my diet, have I had good sleep today? How could I improve it tomorrow? What could I do tomorrow to improve my videos? New ideas. And I'm still working in my life to have substantial growth as well. I haven't broken through on social media yet. I'm still improving things like diet and going to the gym and all of these things. But the difference is I will, and I know I will, break through in everything in my life because I'm working towards that and I'm trying to, grow and improve on things to get me to that result. So I think hard work and consistency is the foundation, but improvement is the thing that really gets you to that next level. And that's what I've been doing in my life recently. And I highly advise you to do as well if you actually want to reach goals. So what are you doing maybe quite well right now that you could improve on, or that you could try a little bit harder towards, or that you could change around? It's about trial and error, I think. I think it's about improving and growing on the things and the foundation you already have, but I think it's about trialing and erroring new things as well. I've tried a lot of new things recently and they've actually blown up out of nowhere for me because I didn't even realise I was good at some of the things I've been trialing and erroring, new sort of video ideas and new content ideas, that sort of stuff in my life, which I've been trying and erroring. With you, it might be different with something you're working towards, but that's what I've been trying. I'm very heavy on content recently in my life, or have been, and that's something I've been improving on. So find out and figure out what things you need to actually improve on, that maybe you are working hard towards, maybe you are being consistent towards, but just need that one thing to get you to that next level. Try and figure out what that is, and actively try change things in that specific thing or in your routine to get yourself to that next level, to actually climb the ladder further to reaching that end result or goal in which you wanted through the hard work you're actually doing. And once you figure that out, once you make changes, once you trial and error and you try and find genuine ways to grow every day, you will grow. But that's the only way you will grow, is if you try to find ways to grow, not just expecting yourself to grow while doing the same thing over and over again for a significant amount of time. It can be great, but it's going to be minimal results. Big results, like substantial results, which you're actually trying to reach with those goals that you have in mind in your life, only get reached if you actually try to get there. And you actively try new things and to become someone who is worthy of that result and goal. So reflect, what do you need to improve on? What could you do and change to grow? And once you do that, you will grow, you will improve, and it will all be good for you, and you will become someone who is worthy of those big goals that you do want to achieve in this lifetime.